wave or block it or something so it comes late to the tower?
No, I think
Or
he's
is he just chilling?
Yeah, maybe they're going to try and make a cheeky kill happen here because you've got a lot of control.
He's
right?
waiting for the couriers, right? Oh, of course, I'm stupid. he planted this ward. I was overthinking it, but look, they did block too hard, and the creep wave is under their tower, which isn't that great.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, the ward alone allows you to know if they're actually bothering to block the wave. If they're doing just a tiny bit, then okay, let up. We don't need to block us.
Sumail is taking a lot of damage on top though, because he's solo laning versus the Weaver and Trent. He's burning through his region.
He's committed to this now. Notel's like, no, this has to work, but he's going to be kicking himself when he sees the courier coming slightly after this. In fairness though, it was just Celery's courier, so it's not like you're in Kinshad.
Can they get him though? Celery is really low, but yeah, he should be fine.
We'll just back up. He's got the enchant. He's got loads of regens we already highlighted. Did have to use one of the fairy fires at least.
Yeah, there's so much kill potential. I think these lanes are going to be very volatile. On the bottom lane and on the top too. If you get them low on top lane, suddenly a lot of terrorist charges. Oh,
look at Toby. Toby might just go down here. Fairy fire, and it looks like we'll get away with this. Notel's taking a lot of damage, so he'll have to back up.
They might
just kill him. Yeah,
he does have mango.
Renewed. They stun. Nope, doesn't get it out. Shikuchi hits just before he can complete the impale.
Yeah, and he did waste the mango as well, remember, to try and turn and stun. That's pretty well played by Viking GG, and you have to understand that this Orb of Venom, Tree and Protector, slows you so much with the Nature's Grasp as well. Bottom lane.
Mid one bad away. Shad chasing on. Mid one's gonna go down first. Shad won't die either. He's too fast. The first gets him away. Meanwhile, top, they were pressuring again. I mean, Sumail, he needs some sort of assistance here. And you'd think out of any hero, like Nyx is one of those top tier ones where it's like, yeah, he can protect. As you said, that oof, that grass. All you can hope to do is TP out and live. They
are really, really strong on top lane. You have the Swarm to work with for that minus armor, then Aramis hits you with 94 damage. It's not easy to play there. And look at mid, Thompson. Yeah, he does have a lot of CS, but that's because he's been already farming the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he's been trying to get the refractions out with multi-shots to speed it up a bit, but Boom just has to back behind the creeps, and all of a sudden, you don't worry about losing the charges. This is a bit problematic. Yeah, Boom. He's
diving, yeah.
He's going for it. Thompson, he's got tangos. He needs to eat out of here quick. Instead, he turns and fights. Gust is out, but he's dead. I mean, he had a tango. He could have tried to outrun that because, you know, yes, TA is faster, but that's short range.
This is not going well for OG at all. At all. Mid lane is crushed. Top lane, okay, there's a lot of CS on Sumail, but he is pressured, but bottom lane as well. Mid one, he's falling really low again.
Yeah, Shad's just kind of being relentless here. He did actually completely skip the blood right, so he's just all in on the first, which, considering how the other lanes are brawling, I can respect that decision.
Yeah, it actually is a little bit surprising because you do have enchant to work with, which is an amazing slow. So I expected maybe, you know, like blood right into enchant and then you can't get out, no way. But yeah, the turrets worked out so far for him. Top lane, they're diving Sumail.
And they might be able to get him here. He finally gets rid of the swarm sprouts to try and protect himself, but Aramis is master all the trees and just walks them through.
You really can't hide in the trees versus Aramis, right? Oh, Toby.
It's gonna be close. He can't get the final hit though. Now Notail might want to be a bit careful.
He might die.
He got Spike Carapace actually, but Toby won't go for the additional attack.
So you have bugs to work with. Oh, Sumail, he's thinking about it.
I mean, he's 3C everything. He's just messing with Toby right now. He does not have the mana for Shikuchi, and that's a kill.
Got him. Yeah, that was a sad death for the Weaver.
It's that moment you're like just pinging your support. It's like, please help me. And Aramis is like, I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're just dead, sir. Die with some dignity.
So it looks like OG will take the bottom 2 bounty rooms, top lane it will be Aramis that takes the other ones. Mid one is rushing a Necro, pretty much every offlaner is at this point, and it actually is a really good build on Jakiro. I played some Jakiro offlane games in the new patch, and Necro just allows you to farm and get items so fast. Jakiro isn't really weak at getting items on his own as well, but Necros help you with pushes too. And mid one.
Yeah, he's just gonna die. I was about to say, like, the big problem you have here is he's become... Ooh, boom, gets fire. And he'll just TP away. That tower is hurting though. He realizes it was a bad move in the end. He's going to try and run away, and he has got the refraction coming off cooldown. Toxin does need to be careful because he could bait himself towards his death. Boom. Can he get the deny? Refraction batted away. And no, you don't. Yes, he gets the kill. And the courier. Alright,
nice Lucy with the Maelstrom early on, which boosts his farming potential a little bit as well. This game around, he's going for an Orchid first, which is really, really good when you're playing versus a Weaver versus TA. All these heroes need their spells to stay alive to kind of choke your damage. They might go for Rush. Nezo is completed by the way, not the dagger. You see this?
Oh, I mean, when the game goes like this, you switch it up, especially with Toby becoming a swarm, so you can easily melt for a Roach. Won't take them very long, although Toby needs to start getting Palmer back.
Yeah, that's like minus 25 armor at this point. Rush is just falling so quickly.
There you go. Aegis in the hands of Boom, and gold-wise, you know, the Blink is still a few minutes out, but now they can just start plowing through towers to get it all the quicker.
Toby is already preparing for the Orchid. He's building a Yules on his Weaver. Now, it's a good item to give you some extra catch because they're really lacking it, but also is really good versus the silences.
I don't blame Sumail for doing this. Like, I think you need to be active because you know that Thompson's the one that will be farming, right? You need some fighting type items. Speaking of which, Thompson, a bit of trouble for him. Stomp's going to come from the center, and Toby, if he Q-cheese, he might kill himself here. They actually need to throw down the ice bomb. Thompson pushes one away. Toby will be the one dying here.
They don't have ice pad. They don't have ice pad. That's why they can't catch Weaver with it, but they do have the gust, and it was good enough. That silence is for a 3 seconds duration, so that's pretty cool to use.
No tail flying cape for this Deepwood. Rupture comes out, and no TP for 5 seconds. You know, he broke the most important law of facing off against Bloodseeker. Always have a TP ready.
Is anyone else on Boom? No. Blade Mail into SNY and Bloodseeker.
Fight in the same area. This time Vi can bring more heroes. However, they are still outnumbered. Thompson will take down Celery. Now Boom is just being tired and ignored. This Orchid's going to come out now. They're trying to tick out that Aegis, and they will do so. Exactly that. Already down. Slows on the shot to stop him from reinforcing. And Varus here, they might just let this one go.
Damn, Shad?
Shad, he's trying to kite. He's trying to actually duke him out and actually tank him. From the backline, Kobe comes in. He'll snipe one out. Thompson's down. And OG, I mean, it looked like a solid posturing until you realize flanking definitely hurts them. As Drow's brought down, there's no damage left on the side of OG. And Toby, with this DD, just melting through the heroes on the side of Die.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, give Viking their hit and Necropyre. They never fail at using Necropyre first and then Sprout afterwards to not destroy the trees instantly.
That's true.
It doesn't sound like a grand thing, but you know, all these small little things do add up. And when you don't have a lot of lockdown like Viking GG, that means a lot.
Speaking of the man with the Macfire himself, mid one's going to get caught out and brought to a very quick grave. And there should be a push by Viking for that tier 2 in the top lane. I imagine OG will let this one go. They're happy to just keep farming up.
Interesting build on Celery as well. He didn't go for Nature's Attendance at all. He went for an Impetus and for an Enchant, which makes him a bit more fearsome in the mid game. He actually hits for quite a bit with Impetus.
It's true, and the heroes aren't really getting low too often, or rather, when they do, they're just dead outright, right? It's more the burst potential of OG. It's not this attrition warfare that we're used to.
No tail, he's spotted.
That hurt. That really hurt. And he's down, flick away, and they bait enough. for it. Sumail cancels the base his own team is. They see it's a bad fight. They actually have to bail and leave both the OGs behind. And mid one, he's not out either. They're still hunting for more. They'll take his courier, they'll take him, they'll take everything. Now they'll take the Sphere 2 mid.
Toby is so confident that he ignores him, gets the courier.
Might actually get more kills at this rate if OG aren't careful. They do see No Tail. They'll slow him down. He's got Impale, but he's stanced up. Now Sansa's going to get on to Toby. They need to stun him up to do a lot more damage and burn through him. Back apart, Ice Pump, he's dead. It's Sumail. He might give his life in return for this. He will go down. Look far, 3-for-1 trade. I think Viking aren't starting to go to improve their bargain bucket as they bring down a 4th member of OG.
This combo of Weaver, Sbugs, and TA just is destroying OG right now. You see this TA, she jumps in on Saksa. Saksa, he's not the tankiest boy, but he does have over 1,200 HP. He still gets just 2-shotted by Boom's TA. And these trades aren't really favoring OG because they're constantly trading multiple cores for, let's say, just a Weaver or just a Bloodseeker. Meanwhile, TA, she has a Dragonlance on top of Blink and the Desolator. Boom is having a really good game.
And it's not going to let up anytime soon. You really got to look at OG and go, okay,
Same. They're just so mobile on these 2 cores.
Thompson. See that mobility, allows him to scout the smoke. They're trying to go for him now. And Trent is going to be low. And the ult is going to come out, which means that Weaver can't time out. No, the stance comes out. He's still alive, but they need to give him time. You'll time not to get a tiny sliver of health back. Then they're tying them out. They go in now. Saxa gets Mel through. Sumail next in the hit list. Stance comes out with Sumail. Forced to fight. 3 dead on the side of OG. 4 Enchantress, but they're not done. Chad has been cutting out every sort of CC in this fight, and as a result, could just run them down. Double kill for him as he killed Shakiro. And No Tail, he'll throw out a stun, but he ain't taking anyone with that one.
And it looked alright. The opening for OG, it looked alright. They start with Gust. Then they catch Weaver as well with the silence, right? And then there is Earth Spirit to prevent him from using time-lapse after use, but all for naught because there just isn't enough damage to kill them off on time. And Sumail, he would like to hide in the Sprout, but he really can't in this game because he's not only playing versus Trent, but Weaver's bugs are always on top of him, giving vision for TA to hit as much as she wants to. Such a good performance by Viking.
But for as much as she wants to. I mean, that's the big thing, right? A lot of these fights, you know, you think, oh, what's the strength of having a Nature's Prophet and a Drow in these type of games? Well, they're going to get a lot of armor. But it doesn't feel that way, which means that these heroes with actually small HP pools are just feeling the full force of this SOP TA.
The duo or trio that really unlocks OG is Jakiro, Nyx, and Earth Spirit. They need to have a perfect coordination in the next couple of team fights. Like some sick impale into, let's say, 2 heals, Ice Pack, Necrofire. It's hard to ask for that, obviously, but OG, they're a team that can do that.
Who is Viking gonna find? There it is. No Tail has been seen. He'll actually use Spike Carapace, but the net comes out. Stun to 1, 4-star 4.
Good stun.
He's kind of pretty damn well here. They're not coming to assist him, and Viking realize this, so they'll kill him off still. They might just go mid now.
Look at Toby and his item progression. It's not something that you see on an offlane Weaver all that often, but he's going Yules into Lotus, so it just proves to you. Who cares what the meta dictates? Like, who cares about what the normal items are? Just get what you need in the game.
I mean, your cores aren't dying. You're the one usually dying. They might try and kill Boom there, but they've got that Aegis to work with, and Saxa baits himself into his own death by the looks of it. Celery with that impetus build, as we said, does a lot of damage. Nice stick to keep him alive.
Yeah, and the mech from mid one as well, but top lane, Thompson.
Yep, the net comes out onto Thompson, the holding the Yule, so you can't even try and TP out, even if he had it, and that's an even better kill. 50 seconds without the crowd, back to the base.
They tried to go on the TA mid lane because Weaver was TPing top to hunt down Sumail and Thompson. Thompson never had it TP off cooldown, and because of that, Weaver just solo catches him.
Oh, now they're gonna catch more. Saxa, brought low. The blood right won't be quick enough though. But the tower isn't so lucky to have a way of moving away.
They see no tail. There's no carapace.
He's ruptured off. It's like, play with yourself, buddy. See how it works out for you. Spike Carapace to try and start off from the Bloodseeker, but no way to beat into Viking right now. And in the end, No Tail just kicks down. Blood right to the muscle.
It was actually Rupture that killed him because...
Oh, he actually...
Yeah. Because he used the blood right in such a way that he had to move mid one.
Mid one, I'm done. And so Sax as well. On this rate, OG are getting very close to being done themselves. Viking are not letting off. The buyback's going to come out from the Earthstroke. We've been caught on the side. Doesn't have time left. It's going to be a final coming out. The roll through is good as well, so it looks like they'll be able to kill off the bug. But the rest of the side of Viking will easily retreat. No one is there to stop.
Bottom lane push coming for sure the next couple of minutes.
Where Sumail is. Aramis finds him. Overgrowth is going to come out. And Sumail crying for his mama at this point. He'll try and get out with a TP. Do they have the damage? It looks like we'd be able to make it out. That silence is good. And the Templar assassin could not use the meld. But however, there is someone else hanging around. Saxa, he won't be so lucky. Nice block on the rollout by Shad. Gets him the kill.
What about No Tail?
No detection.
No detection.
They don't carry detection. That's not their job.
They saw him in the sentry as he was passing by, but they didn't have any more detection, sadly, for them. They see Thompson as well. These wards are also on point from Celery.
Definitely setting up kill after kill. Let's see if they're finding him.
Weaver?
He can't. He's out of range.
He couldn't reach. He was trying to reach from the cliff, yeah.
T1 on the bot lane. They're going in on the boom, but he has the BKB, so No Tail is down. Sumail needs an out. He's already used the Orchid. He has no way to try and turn around them. And Aramis, he has got the A+ for 9 seconds. However, Sumail, everything is on cooldown. There's no TP out for him. He'll sprout to try and lock in boom. But now Aramis has the A+. He can just hold on to it. He's like, where the hell are you going? Oh, back to base? Okay, we'll give you a health and half of that.
Yeah, really well played by Aramis there. And then boom as well to scout him out with the trap. Also Sumail thinking about sprouting himself and then realizing, wait, this isn't gonna really accomplish anything. I need to sprout the TA. You can see how they're really thinking so well under pressure, but at this point for OG, you can think as long as you want, as much as you want. You're so far behind.
Yeah, Viking don't need to think as much as just hit. They're trying to do that right now. Boom, though, jump on stuck in the sprout. He's going to stick down to this. Stun gets the kill, and now 85 seconds on the TA. He's using everything else inside of OG Sumail. He interrupts the keeping away. Shad's BKB has ran out now. Maybe with Thompson's buyback, they can hold them away. But Toby says, no, we go deeper. Sumail's going to be found. 90 seconds dead and gone. That was his dieback. Now they don't need to leave. Yeah, you don't have a TA, but you've still got a Bloodseeker and a Weaver that are just out of control at this stage. Try and slow it, but Shad has the blade mail, and Thompson's still in a lot more pain than he is. So much armor on this block. He got to 50 armor at that stage. No Tail. He'll wish he had that much armor as he gets melted down by the right place to draw him through before. And they'll chase in onto Shakiro, Yules up. Has a little bit of time, but for what? Ice Bomb goes down. Shad's still a little bit too tanky. 20 seconds until the BKB's available. Blood Right will force Thompson away. And Shad, he has the movement speed to keep on chasing the gas. Who cares? You don't need spells to the Bloodseeker. Just right click until they go down. Thompson got him. He did actually get the heal though. And as a result, Toby now in a little bit of trouble himself. He's got the time lapse. He wasn't there to save the day, but Celery with the right click will bring down the top. That'll be his die back as well. Toby will use up and look to move away the Sakuchi, but no chance. There's a roll through from Saxa.
Or maybe he will
get out.
British rapper for some collab, you know, you can...
Which one?
The one that sings about maps. Like I can't remember his nickname. 2 + 2 is 4, -1, 3 quick maps. Do you
like,
remember?
You know, you're mocking him right now, Liz, but he's probably made more money than both of us combined, so...
I'm not mocking him, I mean. I love it, that's my jam.
You wish you had map skills like that. I get it. It's the way he so elegantly puts 2 and 2 together. We'll see if OG can put 2 and 2 together and realize that Viking want to be in the pit in a matter of moments. Sax is going to actually be forced far away from that pit. Well, that does mean the Viking in just 20 seconds will be able to get a very easy and very quick Roche, as OG have no way of getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, MKB about to be completed on TA. He could farm for the buyback, but something tells me he will not. Yeah, because his courier is also on top of the side shop or secret shop, that is.
Yes. Sumail was getting ready to TP top to try and yoink it out, but At tier 1, he knows it's just not worth the risk right now, you know, considering he does not have buyback anymore.
They're smoked up on OG, and their potential around the pit is pretty significant if they manage to even get close to it before Rush falls. They're not...
Roche is begging for someone to come save him because this is hurting. He's just gone. Too late, that's an abort. They've got to turn and run. They see it straight away. The smoke is going to be used to get back to safety.
Yeah, this move could work for OG if they weren't like 30k behind, you know. This systematic approach in which you go close, set up the wards, outpush the lanes, then go into the pit. I think this situation needed more of a Davai move from No-Tail.
Some of the boys are quite rightly feeling a bit scared though, considering how the last fight they took went with the dieback to their own base. You know, it's a hard game to approach. 28,000 net worth lead for the side of Viking.
MKB.
These are heroes that use it at this stage of the game as well.
MKB and Aegis is on TA. Who's got the shard? Okay, the shard is on the Bloodseeker. He also has an AC completed.
Yeah, and if this goes any longer, we will end up having an axe because it's already halfway towards it. At that point, the same frustrating meta Weaver we're used to comes into play. Thompson, he's in trouble with the current form of Weaver. They jump straight in, see him melt through him. He's down for 80. They're not done hunting though. They're going to move forward looking for more. Go Scepter, but guess what? We've had the Yule. They're saying often, but we're saying in this game quite a lot. It's setting up a lot of kills, preventing a lot of escapes. The number one falls and Toby moves forward looking for more on the mid one. No tails nearby. Toby though, he's got that cheese. He's still pretty tanky. And now Celery, he just unleashes the beast as he wails on this Jakiro. You wouldn't believe in the core right now. And Sumail, TPing to his fountain. He's gonna wish he was like a normal nature drop in a puppy in this experience and just TP away. But they've got to fight. Like it's do or die. There's no way Viking are leaving your base now.
They have one more Raxus. They're not giving up.
Not for long, Liz. Unless they do something in the next 5 seconds, it's gonna be dead. And they done something. They gave another kill to Boom. That's Jakiro dead and gone for 80 seconds, and No-Tail not really sure what the hell he's meant to do here. Watch his base die, I guess. Not much else left to do. GG.
He's gonna
OT can't do it. Well, yeah, Sumail is doing the creep skip. This is more like I'm gonna play my GPM for the end stats.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah. Very well played by Viking. I think they unlocked their